What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Force here with some more StarCraft 2 commentary. Today we will be looking at a TVZ between TSL Polt and Stephano. So yes, Terran versus Zerg, Polt versus Stephano here on the map Metalopolis. It has been quite a while since the last commentary on Metalopolis. Really excited to be back in it, and let's get some player information. Heading over to Liquipedia, let's start in the 6 o'clock spawn position with our blue Terran player, TSL Polt. Polt recently took first place at the MSI Pro Cup number 11. This was in June of 2012. This was actually on June 27th. And then 3 days later, on June 30th, he took second place at the IGN Pro League Season 5 International Qualifier. His opponent over here in the 9 o'clock spawn position is our red Zerg player, Millennium Stephano. Stephano placed in the round of 4 at the DreamHack Open Summer 2012 event, which was on June 18th. And then on July 15th, which was not too long ago, he took first place at the NASL Season number 3. Quite an impressive placement there by Stephano. If you guys didn't happen to check that out, I'm sure there are VODs available online in which you can do so. But let's jump into this game. Starting out here, Stephano gets a nice early scout. You can see sent his Overlord scout over, was able to spot out where Polt is, and that allowed him to get his drone in the base nice and early. Now, this is important because he is scouting right now the lack of refinery over here, and this, of course, is going to tell him to likely expect a 1 Rax expand, but what we're seeing right now actually is going to be a second barracks over here, which I don't believe Stephano has scouted out. Let's take a look here at his vision. Has he scouted out that second barracks? No! So Polt opening up with some 2 Rax aggression. Now again, the likely assumption for Stephano is that that's a 1 Rax expand, and not spotting that second barracks is going to be a bit problematic for him. Wouldn't be surprised if what we see Polt do is lift off this barracks, drop it on the low ground, and then start pushing out with these Marines early on. He's already got his first SCV heading on across, finishing that wall off. This is a very exciting opening to this matchup here. Some early aggression from Polt. Love to see it. We've got that spawning pool only 50% of the way done. Now that first Marine is already out. Second Marine coming through. There is the liftoff of the barracks, and now heading on towards that natural expansion, and they're both actually going to be rallied right out front, it looks like. There it is, and here comes the bunker. Now we do see the Stephano was able to scout the fact that this is building right now. This is the biggest thing right now for Polt, is if he can get this up, then he is going to be able to do a lot of damage. He's going to have a hard time, though, with all of these drones, doing tremendous amounts of damage here. First SCV gets killed. So many drones off the line. We got this Marine down here trying to engage and stop them from killing off the supply depot, but I don't think it's going to happen. Looks like that is a goner. In terms of these Marines microing away, trying to kill off as many drones as possible. Now a second Marine coming up. More and more damage. This is a huge loss early on for Stephano. Taking a look, he has only lost 2 workers, but it's all of that downtime for the mining. There was so much time that Stephano was not able to mine there, and that's really the biggest problem. Now we got a bunch of Zerglings out, which are going to try to stop the production of this. A couple Marines tucked away back here. Was able to kill off the SCV though, so that's effectively going to probably cause Polt to cancel the construction of that. I don't know if he does have another SCV coming actually, so it looks like he's going to try to maintain this. Now the more time that goes on, the better off Stephano is going to be. He's getting more and more Zerglings out, which is making it easier for him to defend here. The big concern though for Stephano is of course that he's not droning up right now, which is what he would typically like to be able to do. And look at that, tucked away in the corner, able to do so much damage to these Zerglings. This is really hurting Stephano. We got a Queen over here helping out though. And gets the surround on the Marine on the high ground. Oh, never mind, actually. The Marine was able to still stay away. A little bit more micro staying away from those Zerglings. Doing as much damage as possible, and Polt with just a phenomenal opening here. Unreal. Let's take a look at the resources lost. They're about even. But again, the big concern here for Stephano early on was the fact that he really wasn't able to drone up at all. Now finally able to start coming out with some drones, but again, that was really painful for him. Polt again with the Marines, stutter step micro, trying to do as much damage as he can, getting nice positions for them, just like we saw tucked behind the bunker over there, wedging himself in between this little statue here. Zergling's going to continue to push, take out the rest of the Marines. Now, not going to be able to push up into the main. We do have this Marine popping here, and he's going to be able to defend this no problem. Maybe just take 1 or 2 SCVs move down to repair. these supply depots, and then Polt should be all set for here. Now preparing for a transition, he does have another command center built, turning into an orbital command right now. We'll allow him to move into expansion. Now, hopefully we see a repair over here. Getting dangerously close. Are you serious? What the heck, Polt? Big mistake there. Lets that die off. Could have easily repaired that had he just pulled another SCV off the line. Really, really perplexed, to be honest with you. And of course, a major concern here too is that now Stephano had a full scout of what was going on. Stephano knows the follow-up here, so he knows what to expect. Not that we'll be seeing any aggression from Polt right immediately here, but still, he knows that this one expansion up. I mean, letting those Zerglings in his base was a huge mistake there for Polt, and I'm actually quite surprised that he let that happen. Stephano now trying to get up that economy that he took such a hit to early on, not being able to drone up. Also has that metabolic boost, and now just starting. And there's got 2 extractors up and running here as well. Let's take a look. I do wonder if he's going to go for a third here. We got a little more mobilization here from these Marines, and he's going to be able to get these 2 free Zergling kills here. There we go. Going for the wall off here at the natural expansion, starting off with a bunker. Moves into a supply depot as well. May see a complete wall off by another building place right here, or he could just kind of leave that little funnel space, but... Nice Overlord spread over here for Stephano, letting him see any drops that may come out from Polt. We are seeing this creep spread here as well, making his way towards the center of the map. Marines still control the tower. Baneling Nest coming out here for Stephano. That's going to be done at about the same time that metabolic boost finishes. So we'll be seeing some Speedling Banelings here early on for our red Zerg player. And Polt still just sticking with these Marines, hasn't transitioned at all. It does have the factory out, and immediately we should be seeing that starport and the reactor being placed on that factory as well. And actually, here comes a big, hefty Marine push. Concern, of course, here is the fact that the Speedling research is done, and that Banelings are coming through. We've got 10 Banelings morphing in right now. Speedlings, pull forward. Get a surround here, and Polt... It's going to be a little hard-pressed to move out with this. He should reconsider. Especially now that we've got Banelings in the mix. Oh, target fires down the Banelings. Beautiful micro there from Polt. Now he's still going to lose a ton of Marines here. Looks like he's going to lose everything, in fact, as some reinforcement Speedlings help to take that out. But nice target fire down to the Banelings. He could have done much less damage had those gone through. And we do have a couple Banelings over here. Looks like Stephano is getting ready for a counterattack. Lots of Banelings, 13 Banelings coming through. Picking off the few Marines that are right outside of the protection here. And these Banelings are going to do a lot of damage. Speedlings moving in first, trying to get us around. Baneling bust from the other side as well. Speedlings walking right up into the main. This is going to hurt. Tremendous amounts of damage going through right now. Baneling's trying to continue to chase down these SCVs here, popping on everything. Speedling's reinforcing the front. Now we do have some medevacs in play. Still though, no stim pack research. It isn't quite yet finished. Banelings continue to do damage here, trying to pick and choose where they want to pop. They're going to get target fired down by the rest of that bio. However, some more Speedlings now streaming back into the main as well. Stephano's counterattack. Very potent. Let's take another look at these resources lost here. Now, Stephano still just on 2 bases. A counterattack, even a drop from Polt. Could be a problem for Stephano. Now just working up to his third. But again, let's take a look here at these resources lost. We can see Stephano is actually behind right now in terms of resources lost by about 700. And again, I would not be surprised if Polt now moves out for a counterattack, especially now that stim pack research is finished. Unfortunately, not a lot of energy left on these medevacs, but he does have 2 more coming through. And let's take a look at the worker kills. That's the other big thing. Look at that, Stephano killing off 23 workers. Holy hell. That was just a very, very strong push there. That Speedling Baneling counterattack. Polt moving across the map with the scan, able to take out some of these creep tumors here. He's going to continue to push forward. We get some Speedlings and Banelings up. Going to micro back those Marines, try to keep them away from the Banelings. Let the Marauders absorb that damage if at all possible. Takes out one spine crawler. Goes for a queen. As you can see, this is pre-queen upgrade. So a little bit of a dated replay. Nevertheless, though, awesome StarCraft. All right, Spielings moving up. Gets the surround on the bio, allowing those banelings to catch up and effectively deals with it. We do still have 4 Marines alive, and he's actually able to get away with that medevac just barely. Third base up and running. Polt doesn't know about this yet. Let's take a look at the transition here. Now moving into some siege tech. Got those tanks coming through. Siege tech is almost done. Does he have a tank in play yet? No, he does not. Still just sitting with the bio. It looks like he's going to continue up this pressure, actually, as he got some more bio reinforcements now moving out. We are just seeing continuous Spieling Baneling production over here from Stephano. He's sticking with it. We have a layer coming through, as well as those 1-1 upgrades. Actually, Polt, let me take a look. Yeah, Polt has no upgrades at the moment. I don't even know that he has got an engineering bay in play. So no weapons or armor upgrades coming out yet for Polt. He is just continuing to push out units and try to do as much damage as he can here. Spielings again pushing forward for the surround. Banelings catching up as a result. Trying to split up those banelings and take out those marines, but again, some nice marine micro. Prevents them from doing much damage. Still, though, lost most of his units there. As you can see, only 1 medevac with 3 marines left in it, and that's it. Let's take another quick look here at the resources lost this game. Stephano's still a little bit behind. About 500 behind right now. But at the moment, taking a look at the army size. Yeah, Polt is ahead. He's got those tanks churning out right now. And double medevac still coming through. So just gonna be sticking with this bio, plus the tanks. Is he going more into marine tank? Yes, he is. Not so many marauders at the moment. Which is certainly a good idea. We aren't seeing roaches or anything here from Stephano. Now, marauders can be used pretty effectively to obviously snipe down buildings, but also try to absorb some baneling damage. Stephano's having excellent control, though, with those banelings, so not being as effective as a result. Polt's moving out again. He is just continuously pushing himself towards the natural expansion of Stephano. And actually now setting up on the low ground. Gonna start dropping Marines up on the high ground. Very popular tactic. Let's see what he's able to do with this. Stemming up the Marines now, moving towards the main. Now we got a push coming over here of Spielings and Banelings. Is he gonna move forward to engage? Yes, he is. Moves forward, gets us around with those Spielings. Banelings popping up on the high ground, taking out most of those forces. Polt still has some Marines and tanks, though, on the low ground, supporting these few Marines on the high ground, continuing to do some damage. We got nothing but Spielings and Banelings coming through here. First, Stephano's also working on his 2-2 upgrades. Polt just starting to get his level 1 weapon upgrade as he continues this push here. Now Marines in the main doing lots of damage. Stemmed up Marines with that combat shield, tearing through Marines. Spielings pushing themselves forward, trying to take out these tanks. 2 tanks left here for Polt. Spielings and Banelings moving up, trying to pull back to the safety of that tank fire. And a nice tank positioning right there as well. It's going to help a lot. Trying to get down those Banelings. Micro's back. Lifts up those Marines and gets back to work. Just healing up those Marines right now and prepare to continue his push. Gets the macro hatch down. Still nothing but Spielings and Banelings. This is really all probably Stephano will be going with. Doesn't really have an opportunity. Doesn't have the breathing room to tech up to anything else. And we're just going to see continuous reinforcements here of these Marines and tanks as he tries to secure this position and keep pushing into that main and the natural expansion. Spielings swooping forward, bypassing a bulk of those Marines. Banelings roll back into the Marines, take them out. Spielings now taking out the tanks. Just 1 tank left. Is he going to get it? We get some Marines here on the high ground. Yeah, he's going to get that tank without issue. There it is. Now we just have Marines. So without the supporting tank fire, Polt's really going to have to make sure he's microing those Marines very well against those Banelings and Spielings. In the main, still doing damage. Spielings engaging, not going to be enough there. Not enough here either to take out those Marines. Just enough. Oh, never mind, there's some reinforcements. Takes care of that. Now, just this small force of Marines left. Now, we do have some reinforcements, never mind. Again, Polt just keeps at it here, keeps at it. I think we're starting to get to the point, though, where Stephano might be able to overwhelm him. He's got those 30 Spielings in production. Another tank comes forward, never mind. And actually, we do have Polt now expanding into the center here. Expansion. And does he have anything moving towards that third? No. Still nothing doing at the third. We have a fourth coming out over here for Stephano. Let's take another look at the resources lost, see where they're at respectively. Stephano behind. A lot, actually. Jeez, just about 5,000 resources behind us. So Polt's push being very effective here. It's just the constant threat, too. It's the scariest part about dealing with this. You just get that constant pressure of those tanks and those Marines pushing into your main base. I mean, it's such a headache to deal with. Get Marines in your main base for the past, what, five minutes now or so? Stephano's had to deal with this. Hasn't been able to break it completely. It just keeps stimming back. Here we go, though. Finally going to try to overwhelm this. Now the goal is to just knock this out in one fell swoop, but again, not able to with the nice Marines spread. Polt still holding his position here, and he's still got 2 tanks up. Stephano just continues wave after wave to try to push through this. Here you go. This is exactly the type of thing he needs, though. Spielings wrapping around, going to take out a lot of SCVs at this expansion. At the same time, we get these Marines up in the main. They're going to get dealt with by that, but we still got those 2 tanks that he's going to roll back into. Spielings moving back to deal with this, and we got those 2-2 upgrades, and Polt is only 1-1 right now. He does have 2-2 researching at the moment. Marines in the main. Oh, that's going to get overwhelmed right now. Ah, just lift it off. That's right. Just lift him off, and there you go. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what he was able to do with that little counter engagement there, killing off now a total of 38 workers. So getting a few more workers killed with that. However, he is still behind resources lost-wise, and we still have Polt pushing, continuing to push against his main. Spielings now moving back into this expansion here, doing some more damage, killing off more and more workers, but now there are tanks in the main of Stephano. This is such a headache here for him. Spielings now again trying to take out that tank line. This is it. Yes, gets the rest of the tanks. Still has all these Marines to deal with, though. He's going to need to get some Banelings over there to contend with that. Getting the last of the tanks now here. No Banelings left, though, and just Spielings. That's not going to be enough. He needs some Banelings to deal with this. Stimmed up Marines with all of these medevacs will tear through these Spielings. He needs to get Banelings up in there. Now we got another tank here as Polt continues to reinforce this position. Spielings moving up over here, trying to do some more damage. Finally getting some Banelings down, but oh, the target fire from the tank. Now the Marines pushing towards the natural expansion of that tank in a beautiful position. He covers all the way up to there. So those Marines, as soon as they push back, get some assists. And again, that was really unfortunate. It took out a large group of Banelings. There we go. Spielings now moving down to take out those tanks there. Cover the Marines in the main. Drop an evolution chamber. And Stephano, not giving up, continues to just mass up these Spielings. And Polt not leaving. Polt refuses to leave this position. He says, you keep reinforcing with Spielings, I will keep bringing tanks and Marines. And this is how it goes. Great, good on Stephano for being able to expand up here, and I love the counter Zergling aggression that we've been seeing in that position. I see another push here. Stephano trying to get this pesky Terran player away from his main, but still unable to do so. Polt keeps reinforcing. He's got some racks even without attachments here, as he just wants continuous streams of Marines. And now the spawning pool goes down. Ouch. Forcing the recreation of the spawning pool and the Baneling nest. Some Spielings trying to force a lift off here, but Marine reinforcements will push them back. This is a good window of opportunity now for Polt as the spawning pool is down. If he just pushes hard here, it is going to be very difficult for Stephano to deal with this, because all he has now are the few Zerglings that he has remaining. Before he lost his spawning pool, and that's not a lot. Take a look here. We've got 9 Zerglings, and that's it. 9 Zerglings. Now there's still a Baneling nest up, so it can still make Banelings. And just about to finish that spawning pool, but now the Marines pushing up here, losing that spawning pool. Might have just lost him the game completely. I mean, he was holding on so long as he could keep making Spielings and Banelings, and sure, he was at a loss, but this is the dagger to the heart here. Trying to make another spawning pool over here. He's lost that hatch as well. Baneling rolling forward. Actually take out a significant amount of Marines there. He's now down to just 2 bases, only one of which is mining. He's got this one still building, whereas Polt has this up and running and completely saturated. And I think he's just going to actually move up and mop up the rest of everything here. Goes for the layer. Is that what he's doing? Alright, yeah, setting up shop right here. Couple Spielings trying to do damage in this position, and Stephano, not happy, leaves the game. What a game, though, huh? This was an unbelievable game, non-stop action between these two, and it was just unreal how aggressive Polt was this game. I mean, literally from the very beginning, opening up with a 2 racks, and then moving into some Marine aggression. He dealt with the Spieling Baneling counterattack, but then as soon as he set up shop with this Marine tank push here, right outside of the main base of Stephano, it was just non-stop from there. He just kept pushing, kept reinforcing, and it was a huge pain in Stephano's ass, to be perfectly honest. Now, I know this game was a little bit dated. Got sent to me. I was told it was amazing, and you know what? It was. What a great game here between these two. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this game between Polt and Stephano. Stay tuned later this weekend for some more StarCraft 2 commentary. And as always, keep watching and keep owning.